Welcome everyone. This is Kelly at Quilter's Paradise, and today I get to introduce somewhat different slit and sew template than we've done before. This one is called Slit N Sew Double Wedding Ring Plus, and it is a set that you use with your initial double wedding ring to do a little something different. And behind me you're going to see the double wedding ring table runner that we did. We used Maywood Studios Opalescence collection, and it turned out beautifully. And one of the things you can do with this additional set is create a secondary pattern. Like you see behind me, there's a pinwheel pattern in the background. We're going to go ahead and head on over to the sewing studio, and I'm going to show you how easy this is to kind of just bring your double wedding ring up a notch. So let's head on over there and we'll talk more. So we decided we wanted to give you a little more of a close-up of what you can create with this double wedding ring plus template set. So as you can see here, you've got the white and this kind of light tealy, light blue. And you're able to create by carrying it all the way through the center and then your other outside arc. You're able to create this pinwheel effect that you see here. And it really is fun to play with. So it's a great way to change up the standard double wedding ring if you want something a little bit different. So we wanted to just show you this up close and personal, and we are so ready to go and show you how this comes together. So we are going to show you how you can use our double wedding ring plus templates that we have come up with, and it creates that great pinwheel effect. There are also other ways that you can use this with the double wedding ring depending on the effect you want, and those you can see in our pattern, in our pamphlet that comes out with it. Now this is your original set you would have bought, okay? So of this set, what the plus set does is it replaces your D template with this template, and it replaces your C template, put that out, with this template. And what it enables you to do is you will cut two of these. You're going to cut one right side up, one right side down. So this enables you to fold your fabric wrong sides together and cut, and you will get your C1 and C piece. And then this D1 template replaces the oval, and the same thing. You're just going to cut two pieces, join them together at the straight edge, and you're going to get this great oval effect that's split. So let's go over, we're using the same tools that we've used in all of our template set, which is your 28mm rotary cutter with a brand new blade in it, our Missy Carpenter traditional primitives fingertip stiletto, and we use our sewing machine seam guide to make sure we've got that accurate 1/4 inch seam when we start sewing on our machine. So let's look at how we're going to put this whole thing together. Okay, so these are the pieces of one block of your double wedding ring. Now you're going to need to make 4 of these together to make one whole unit. All right, but we're just going to show you how to do one block. So here you can see we have 2 C1 pieces, which when joined together at the straight edge will give you your C. In this case, here is your 2 D1 pieces. You sew together again on the straight edge here. That's going to give you your D piece. Everything else is the same that when we did our double wedding ring the first time. So I'm going to go ahead and take you over to the machine, show you how we put this all together. And the first thing we're going to do is join our C1s and our D1s to get it ready to go into the full block. Okay, so here we have our 2 C1s right sides together. We're going to line up the edges Perfect here. Get it right up against our tape, and you're going to see, you're going to start sewing right here, and that's perfect. That's what you want to see. So let's give it a go. Now I'm going to chain in our D1 pieces. Again, right sides together. You're going to match your straight edge, and you're going to just go ahead, butt it up against your tape, and sew right on through. All right. Now both of these, when you press them, you are going to press that seam open. And you're going to get this great C piece. And same here, press these seams open, and that's going to be your D piece. So now I'm going to go show you what those look like, and then we're going to start putting these units together. So as you can see, I've done some pre-sewing here, and we've got both of our C1s units put together to create your 2 Cs. We have our 2 D1s have been put together to create our Ds. Now it's just a matter of joining these 3 units together. You're going to join these 2 and then add on your E pieces, and then that all comes together to create your final block. Now what ends up happening is this is exactly the same process as what we showed when we demoed our double wedding ring probably a year plus ago. So it's not difficult. There are a couple tricks, and I will let you in on those secrets as we go. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sew our B piece to our C piece. All right, so let's take these over to our machine. We are going to line these up. You've got this little blunt end. That's what you're going to line up here. The edge. We're going to put our seams down. We're going to take a couple of stitches to lock it in. And then we are going to go ahead, match up our first set of slits. You can see there's one right here. Here's one in our blue. And we're going to sew down to it. And just keep moving along, lining up our stitches. Again, remember, don't pull too hard on your bottom piece. That should be able to float. Your adjustment you can typically make with your top piece if you find your slits are not matching up exactly. All right, so we'll just keep going here. This is not a race. We are not in a race. We're just going to take our time and make sure these sew up correctly and evenly. And we're getting down here to the end, so we're going to go a couple more stitches, and then we're going to stop with our needle down. And I'm going to reach over and get my great fingertip stiletto, and I'm going to lift up, and I'm going to just maneuver this so that that straight edge matches up. Takes a little bit, and we're going to get that, put our feed dogs down, and we're going to sew off. Okay, so we have joined our B and C piece together. You're going to press to the C, all right? I am going to tell you, when you are joining your C1s and your D1s, you're going to want to backstitch, lock in that stitch both at the beginning and the end, because you're going to be doing a little pulling and you don't want those stitches coming loose. So just a little side note there. So now you just need, when you're sewing your D piece together, you want to make sure the colors match. So in this case, the blues are here, your whites are here. All right, other than that, you're going to go ahead, line this up, take a couple stitches, perfect, and then start lining up your slits. You can see those right there. And we're off and running. There we go. Again, you can see why you would want to press those seams open. It will make it much easier for you. We're still lining up our slits. We're coming down to the end. At this point, I'm gonna needle down, and I'm gonna, using my fingertip stiletto, I'm gonna get that down to the edge where it needs to be. Put my foot down and go ahead and sew off. So we now have that all together. And in this case, when pressing, you're going to press to the D. So you're going to press to your oval. Now I'm going to show you, we're going to put on our E piece on one end of our other set, and then we're going to sew it all together. Okay, so we have our two halves ready to be put together to finish this first block, of which you're going to need a total of 4 blocks to make a full ring. Okay, so we're going to take this piece here, and we need to make sure also, again, we've got all of our colors on the right side, and we're going to line up here the straight of edge. All right, so we're going to go forward, and we're going to take a couple stitches, and then we're going to make sure to line up our slits, and that's exactly where we're going. Now, I want to do this, and we're going to the next slit. Remember, be careful how much you're pulling and where you're pulling, which fabric you're pulling on. There we go. And here's where my trick comes in. So I sew all the way to the center of your D piece, and then I back stitch. So I lock that stitch in. I'm going to pull it out of the machine. Clip those off. And we're going to flip it over and start at the other edge. I do this because I have found for me that when I keep sewing, I somehow or another have issue with it matching up correctly at the end. And I've found that by doing this, I don't have that issue. So it's the same premise. You're just going to start from the outside, work your way in. Again, matching up your slits. See that slit right there? We're going to match it up here. And same here. All right. We're getting down there where we finished off the other end. We're going to lock this in, and we're going to take it off our machine and open it up, and will you look at that? Perfection. So what you will do when pressing, you're also going to press towards your D. All right? Pressing towards the D. And you have now one of your 4 units that you are going to need to create your full ring block. Now, I know it looks a little slow going, but it's well worth the outcome. The result is great. And this is overall the only way I would do a double wedding ring, whether it's the traditional or incorporating our double wedding ring plus. So go forth, have fun with this, and enjoy the process. So that is our double wedding ring plus template sets and the beautiful things that you're going to be able to create with it. It's a little more difficult than a few of our other ones, but it is well worth it and the results are beautiful. So if you want to find these template sets, you can go online to our website. You can also find us on Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, and Facebook. So we pretty much hit all of the social media venues out there. The videos are all in these venues, as well as going to our website and purchasing this template edition as well as all of our other ones. So hopefully you've enjoyed this and you're ready to go and take on the double wedding ring.